A first-time buyer named Marcus called me in March and said he wanted to lock his mortgage rate. He had been watching rates for weeks and they were sitting around 6%. He was happy with that number. He was ready to move. I told him to wait until Friday when we expected rates to dip slightly based on the latest economic data. On Wednesday, a conflict escalated in the Middle East. Oil prices spiked overnight. By Friday morning, his rate had jumped by 0.25%. On a $300,000 loan, that 0.25% increase added about $50 a month to his payment. Over 30 years, that is $18,000. Marcus looked at me and said, "What does a war in the Middle East have to do with my mortgage in New Jersey?" That is one of the best questions a buyer has ever asked me, and the answer connects gas stations, grocery stores, the Federal Reserve, Wall Street, and your monthly mortgage payment in a chain that most people have never had explained to them. Let me break it down as simply as I possibly can. It starts with oil. When there is a conflict in or near a major oil-producing region, the supply of oil gets disrupted, or traders get nervous that it might be disrupted. When supply drops or fear rises, the price of oil goes up. You see this at the gas pump first. Gas prices jump. But oil does not just power your car. Oil is baked into the cost of almost everything. It takes fuel to transport food from farms to grocery stores. It takes fuel to ship products from factories to warehouses. It takes fuel to heat homes and run power plants. When oil gets more expensive, the cost of producing and moving goods goes up across the entire economy. When the cost of goods goes up across the economy, that is inflation. Inflation is just a word that means things cost more than they used to. Your groceries cost more. Your gas costs more. Your electricity costs more. Everything creeps up. Now here is where the Federal Reserve enters the picture. The Federal Reserve is the central bank of the United States. Their primary job is to keep inflation under control. When inflation rises too fast, the Fed responds by raising interest rates. They do this by increasing something called the federal funds rate, which is the rate banks charge each other to borrow money overnight. When the federal funds rate goes up, borrowing money becomes more expensive across the entire economy. Car loans get more expensive. Credit card interest goes up. Business loans cost more. And mortgage rates tend to follow. But here's the part that surprises most people. The Fed does not actually set your mortgage rate directly. Your mortgage rate is tied to something called the 10-year Treasury yield. The 10-year Treasury is a bond issued by the United States government. Investors buy these bonds as a safe place to park their money. When investors feel confident about the economy, they pull money out of safe bonds and put it into riskier investments, like stocks. When money leaves bonds, bond prices drop and yields go up. When yields go up, mortgage rates go up. When investors feel nervous about the economy, they do the opposite. They pull money out of stocks and put it into safe bonds. When money flows into bonds, bond prices rise and yields drop. When yields drop, mortgage rates drop. So the chain looks like this. Middle East conflict causes oil prices to spike. Oil price spike causes inflation to rise. Rising inflation causes the Fed to keep interest rates high or raise them further. High interest rates and economic uncertainty cause bond market volatility. Bond market volatility moves the 10-year Treasury yield. And the 10-year Treasury yield directly influences your mortgage rate. That is why a conflict 7,000 miles away can change your monthly payment by $50 or more overnight. Now let me explain why this matters for you as a home buyer. Most first-time buyers focus on the purchase price of the home and their down payment. Those are the two numbers they obsess over. But your interest rate affects your monthly payment just as much as the price of the house, and sometimes more. Let me show you the math. On a $300,000 loan at 6%, your monthly principal and interest payment is approximately $1,799. At 6.25%, that same loan costs $1,846 a month. That is $47 more per month. $564 more per year. $16,920 more over 30 years. a 0.25% increase, caused by oil prices, driven by a conflict you had no control over, and it costs you almost $17,000. This is why I tell every single client to pay attention to two things they probably never thought about: the 10-year Treasury yield and oil prices. Not because you need to become an economist, but because understanding these two numbers helps you make smarter decisions about when to lock your rate. Here is how to actually use this information. Step 1. Track the 10-year Treasury yield. You can see it for free on any financial news site. When the yield is trending down over several days or weeks, mortgage rates are likely to follow. That is a good time to consider locking. When the yield is spiking, rates are going up, and you may want to lock quickly before they climb further. Step 2. Watch for major economic events. The Federal Reserve meets 8 times a year to decide on interest rates. Each meeting can move the bond market. The Consumer Price Index, which measures inflation, is released monthly. Jobs reports come out monthly. Each of these data releases can cause rates to move up or down within hours. Step 3. Pay attention to global events. Conflicts in oil-producing regions. Trade disputes between major economies. Banking crises overseas. Any event that creates economic uncertainty can cause investors to flee to the safety of bonds, which actually pushes rates down. Or if the event causes inflation fears, rates can go up. The direction depends on whether the market is more worried about a recession or more worried about inflation. Step 4. Talk to your loan officer. This is the most important step. A good loan officer watches these indicators every single day. They can tell you whether rates are likely to move up or down in the short term and help you decide when to lock. Timing your rate lock is not about predicting the future. It is about understanding the forces that move rates and making an informed decision instead of a random one. Let me tell you what happened with Marcus. After rates jumped that Friday, he wanted to wait and see if they would come back down. I told him that with the Middle East situation escalating, rates were more likely to stay elevated or climb higher in the near term. He decided to lock at 6.25% rather than risk 6.5% or higher. 2 weeks later, rates hit 6.4%. If he had waited, his monthly payment would have been another $30 higher than where he locked. He was frustrated about missing the 6% window, but locking at 6.25% saved him compared to where rates ended up. This is the reality of mortgage rates. They do not move based on what is fair or what makes sense for your budget. They move based on global economic forces that are completely outside your control. The only thing you can control is how informed you are and how quickly you act when the window is right. Here is what I want you to take away from this video. 1. Your mortgage rate is not set by your lender in a vacuum. It is influenced by a chain of global events that starts with things like oil prices, inflation data, and Federal Reserve policy. 2. The 10-year Treasury yield is the single best predictor of where mortgage rates are headed. Watch it. 3. Timing your rate lock around economic events can save you thousands or cost you thousands. 4. Your loan officer should be your guide through this process. If your loan officer does not talk to you about rate lock timing and market conditions, find one who does. The world is connected in ways that most home buyers never think about. A pipeline disruption in the Middle East, a jobs report in Washington, a bond auction on Wall Street. All of these things flow downhill and land in your monthly mortgage payment. Understanding that chain does not make you an economist. It makes you a smarter buyer. And a smarter buyer makes better decisions about the biggest purchase of their life. If you are buying a home in the next 12 months, subscribe to this channel right now. Every single week, I break down exactly what lenders look for, exactly what kills deals, and exactly what 25 years of mortgage experience has taught me about helping buyers close on their dream homes. No fluff, no jargon, just the information that actually protects your deal. I will see you in the next one.